and welcome back to Internet Racing School, or how I like to say it, IRS Wolf, my channel. Today guys, I'm visiting the circuit. It's really difficult for me to pronounce the name. Kinsham. Guys, I'm really sorry, I do apologize, but I'll definitely find out how to pronounce it correct. It's a raceway, plus it's a motorbikes raceway as well. So today here happening two events. One of them with the go-karts, the other one is with the motorbikes. This is what I said to you. This is motorbikes. Later we will have go-karts, but before I start this video, first of all I want to apologize. What is the situation? I arrived here as usually 8:30 a.m. You know, because I had an information what time event starting. Because actually I didn't check their Facebook page. Yes, this is my fault. I didn't check the Facebook page. So I turn up here 8:30. And it's empty. It's empty, so I thought that event cancelled or something like this. So I thought that I made a journey, 3-hour journey, and now I'll have to turn around and go back to London. When I arrived here, the music in my car was loud, you know, and well, I arrived to the circuit. I thought that, you know, this is a circuit, so no one live here. So then I walked and checked the circuit around and come back to the car, checked a few videos about this circuit. Just literally in front of my car appears a gentleman, and he said to me, "What are you doing, mate? We're still sleeping and you listen to the music and everything." But you know what, he was really nice, he was really polite, and I really do apologize for being bad. Because I really was bad. I was listening to music in my car loudly, and yeah, but I'm sorry because I didn't knew that someone actually live here, and so yeah, I do apologize. I'm really sorry about that, and now I can start my video because I'm feeling a bit better. Because right, so today, look, amazing, beautiful circuit raceway. And you know what, I didn't find a lot of championships and a lot of events happening at this circuit, but I found one which is the Pro-kart championship and plus motorbike championship. So guys, let's go as usually. Let's find out information about this circuit. Let's find out information about these two events, and also we're gonna do track walk. Definitely I want to do a track walk. Let's go guys.
My name is Jake Griffiths, and obviously I'm driving number 97 on the Kinsham Raceway Pro-kart Championship.
Listen, tell me a little bit about these Pro-karts. As I understand, you can use any rear chassis?
Yeah, well, you can use like any normal chassis, like obviously, as you can see over there, built it up from scratch, and that from what it was to as it is right now. So yeah.
And what is the CC engines here?
They are two 212 launching engines. They are, yes.
212?
Yeah, 212s. Yes.
That's why they're so quick.
Yeah, that's why they're so quick. That's why you get the corner speed and also the top end speed when you're coming out the corners as well. So yeah.
Listen, I know that Honda has 160 and 200, yeah?
Yes.
Why this on 212? Is that because they tuned by you guys, or it came from factory like this?
I come from factory related, and then once they come from the factory, then you just release, tune them up how you want them to tune up, and that. So that's why they go so quick and that. Yeah. So yeah.
And can you tell me these go-karts at this circuit? Actually, how to pronounce correct this circuit?
The name of the circuit is Kinsham Raceway go-kart track. Yeah.
Kinsham Raceway.
Yes. Yes.
Got it. And can you tell me these Pro-karts at this circuit, how they behaving?
They're going really well. Yes, going extremely well. Yeah. They do what you need to do to get the speed out of the corners, and obviously the brakes, with, as you can see, the Kelgate brake system and that, and yes, that's pretty much it really, yeah.
Yeah, I'm Mark Jones and I've been coming here for about 10 years now on the karting. Well, say the Winter League is quite a good series because like it's every other weekend. It's nice and local. It's a real good track, like, and Mick, the host, is really good. Like, it's
How many rounds?
well, it goes on till the summer like time, so it's like goes on till about May time. So it's every other weekend, twice a weekend.
Twice a month.
Twice a month, sorry. Yeah, yeah.
Twice a month.
Yeah.
You do only this championship, or you do something else?
No, just do this championship.
Just this one.
Because it's just quite good. Because you can come every other weekend, and it doesn't. If you don't miss one weekend, it's not the biggest issue in the world if you don't come. But it does mean you go back to the back of the board then, so you've got to keep coming regularly to keep up the your points then to win if you wanted to win.
And as I can see, event is very friendly, you know, like everyone helping each other, you know.
Yeah, no, it is quite good. And if somebody breaks something, we like help each other out, or if anybody's got some parts, help everybody out. So yeah, it's quite good, and everybody gets on. So it's good racing really as well. It's nice everybody turns up here as well.
Is it expensive to run the car during this event? Because as I can see, you can buy everything second hand.
You can buy everything second hand, like some people go for new stuff. The engines are like one of the most things to keep up, like, you know, and keep them up to date as well. But it costs like £35 to come to race for the day, and you do like between 4 and 5 like 10 lap races, and then you do 2 practice laps. And then the karting, like it varies. Like I'd say like the upkeep every time you go out is about £40 to keep the kart up to date, because you've got to buy tyres. But I'll be honest, we always just buy used tyres because they're good enough. If you were racing professionally, then you'd have to buy new ones.
And as I understand, this is quite local club championship, yeah? So people who is here at this championship, they are actually local people.
Yes, yeah, they are local people that come as far as Cleel, Hereford, Preston, because it's right on their doorstep and it's somewhere for them to go, and instead of them travelling like these further tracks like GYG up North Wales and beyond. So yeah.
And you personally, do you do only this championship, or you do another championships as well?
I just mainly do this championship. This is the only championship I do. And also I practice. This is where I come to practice on the after the rounds, and that's on the other Sundays as well. Yeah.
And any championships in the past?
Mainly this. Just I've done it. Yeah, just this one. Yes. Yeah.
What chassis do you run?
Well, I run. We basically, most people are running here with 7-kart chassis.
7. And this is 7 cars from 2010, or?
This is a 2006 kart. This is, and it's a Mark II. Most people are on 7 karts because, as I say, they're just well suited for this track, if you know what I mean, as well as being a Pro-kart, and the bits are very good and reasonably priced as well.
Wow, a little bit about this circuit. As I noticed, the circuit is a bit bumpy, isn't it? There's some corners.
Yeah, in some bits, on the like sort of the home straight, it is a little bit bumpy, but no, it's quite good generally all round, if you know what I mean. There's a few little bumps here and there, but it's quite a tight track in places, but it's got some good straights as well, like to get the speed up.
How would you describe this circuit? Technical, fast?
A bit of both really. Like, it is technical, but yeah, anybody could come here, but to try and get the corners, to get it like smooth out the corners and the power out the corners, you have to just, you know, you just got to work at it. Like, people have been coming here for a long time. Like, if you don't come here regularly, you forget how to get out. But Mick does change the track around, like so certain times you'll be going anti-clockwise or clockwise.
Oh, you change the direction.
Change the direction, and then you also he changes the track around a bit sometimes. So it's it can be a bit.
Oh, so they open and close different corners.
Yeah, different corners. So sometimes you get here.
I want to do that.
Yeah, you come here sometimes, and it's like, oh, you don't know what's going to happen, and then he's like, oh, we're changing the opposite direction, so it's a bit of a nightmare then because you're trying to go the wrong way round.
Yeah.
But at the moment, it's been last 2 rounds. It's been all the same track.
Play with the setups here a lot, or you just set up once and go for the year?
Yeah, well, we set them up how you want them, like set them up to like different conditions of the track, and also if it's like wet, you'll bring the wheels, spread out the wheels a bit, and obviously with different tyre setups, like you can see with the dries. If it's like really wet, you go to like a wet tyre, because it just provides you with the extra grip and traction and that. So yeah.
So you allowed to run wet here?
Yes. We're allowed to run any sort of wets, but with the dries, it's Mojo, D1s, D2s. That's pretty much it, really. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And it's only one class, only with these engines. There is no other classes.
This is the only class that there is. The pro karts, as you can see, all the karts have the same engines. It's all just all one.
Right.
Yeah.
And tell me, how is your result? How are you doing at this championship?
Going well. Yeah. This is my 3rd year. Yeah, third year at doing 7th in the championship at the minute. Yeah, so yeah, that's doing well, and only at round 3, so that's pretty much quarter way through. So see how we do from here on out.
And is it summer or winter championship?
Winter. It goes through all through the winter. We have a break in December, and then we start again in January, right the way through till the last week in March.
And then you start summer, or you don't do summer?
No, then it waits till October, and then it does it all over again.
The circuit has hairpins, about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hairpins, one of them big hairpin, yeah? Then it have a very nice complex corners, the 3 corners or 4 corners in a row, you know. But at the same time, I can see that the circuit is really, really fast.
Yeah.
You know, do you allow yourself to give a bit slide in the corners, or you've
got to try and slide in the corners, but you don't want to get too much sliding because it slows you down. You've got to try and go in the corners quick and get out them quick, but you know what I mean, it depends if there's somebody in front of you or you're trying to overtake somebody. It's quite a hard job to get the speed right.
Wow, because I think like especially out of the hairpins is really difficult to overtake, isn't it?
Yes, yeah, definitely. Like you got to try and get the corners right so you can get out of them. It's tricky, but the more you do of it, the easier it gets, basically.
So this is how they start the race. As I've been told, the fastest one they Yeah. Now over there is number 13. Over there is number 11, and then this guy is around the 7. So this is how they start the race. Right, so the race is started, and let's go front up and find out there.
I just want.
Right, guys, so as I said, here at Kinsham Raceway we have a motorbike practice session as well, and right here we are. I have one of the bike drivers, yeah? I can say it like this. Mate, what's your name?
Bonnie Walker.
Can you tell me a little bit about these bikes?
They're very fast. They're
And-
hard to ride and you have to be strong.
How you start to do them?
My dad got me into it from motocross and we just kept going and going until we were here.
Motocross, as I understand, this is where you up the
Yeah.
hill, down the hill, yeah?
Yeah.
And you do the jumps.
Yeah, I used to do that and then we went on to these bikes.
Is it difficult? Is it difficult from one type of motorbikes get into another one?
Yeah, it is quite, because you don't know the difference what it is until you ride it.
Mate, I've seen you on the track, and you literally been on a tarmac. You're not scared to do that?
No.
So how you balance? How you keep it?
When I get my knee down on the floor, it just keeps the heat into the tyres, which makes it sticky, so it's more grippier.
It's kind of you do late braking,
Yeah.
lean,
Yeah.
and then turn in and control with the throttle, yeah?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Wow. And what you can say about this circuit? Is this circuit difficult?
It's difficult, but it teaches you, like, young riders to help, because it's a bit bumpy, which tells you to be smooth, and it's very fast, so you gotta be brave.
I just want.
Here we are, sir.
Yeah.
Ready. Can you introduce yourself?
Paul Robinson.
Paul Robinson.
Yeah.
And you race 64, car 64.
Yeah.
Paul, first of all, can you... Sorry?
Takes part, not race.
There is a difference.
Don't listen to him. Yeah, don't listen to him. He'll tell you anything.
Sorry, first of all, can you tell me a little bit about this event?
This event?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a winter championship. Starts in, I think it's end of October and goes through till about April.
So twice a month?
Yeah, it's. I think it's, normally speaking, it's every second week. I think over Christmas it might be the third week just because of Christmas.
Yeah.
But normally speaking, yes, it's every other week.
So how many rounds in the total they have?
Oh,
it's a lot.
yeah, it's probably about, I think there's about 12, maybe 13. I'd have to check on the Facebook page. Kinchin have got their own page and it's all the information is on there.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah, it's all on there. You know, all the sprockets, the gearing, the tyres, all the rules basically, all on the Facebook page.
I leave the Facebook page in the description for the viewers, so
Yeah,
they can go and check
it's
it.
Kinsham Raceway. Look up Kinsham Raceway on Facebook, and you'll find all the information you can on there.
And how long this event exists? When everything started?
I think I've been coming. I've started coming again this last year, but I haven't been for about 8 years, just because I'm just busy at work. But my son Jake, who races 46, he wanted to start 2 years ago, so I got that one back out and put the engines on for him. And then last year he wanted me to race him, so that's why I bought this one. So we've both got a kart each now. So
he needed competition.
yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
So actually, it's more than 80 years this event exists.
Oh yeah, I should think I've been coming here and racing in different things since about 1998.
So it's more than 20 years.
Yeah. They've
Wow.
been doing different things. I mean, there used to be endurance racing here years ago. They used to have a summer championship, but now they just do a winter one. I think because the business is probably busier with the higher karts in the summer months, and then we come along in the winter months.
Peter Jones. And what car are you racing?
7 kart.
7 car.
Yeah.
And Peter, can you tell me a little bit about this circuit? What type of circuit is this one? Is that more technical or is more fast circuit?
Yeah, technical circuit with very tight bends, very tight turns, which makes the setting up of the kart on the engine side very critical.
And which part of the circuit you would describe as the most difficult one? Which one you would recommend to be more concentrated?
All the very tight bends you need to be quite accurate with the driving. Yeah.
So there's less sliding, yeah?
Yes, just trying to make the turns as smooth as you can, the bigger radius as you can, but without dropping the speed, which is the smooth driving really.
And can you tell, for the drivers beginners, this circuit, what is the best way to learn this circuit?
Practice. You're better off to go build up, I think, because it's like a lot of things. If you want to learn, it's better to learn over a slower period rather than think you're going to come here and have a quick kart and then win. Then you get disappointed because you're been left way behind, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So it is as I said before, it's quite a technical track. Which takes quite a lot of learning over a long period of time, if you know what I mean. You're always learning, if you know what I mean, but I got it.
And a little bit about the event format, because as I understand today, you run practice and how many races?
Practice, normally speaking, I think there's two practices at the start of the day.
Oh yeah.
And once that's done, then they put the time on the board, which the first race starts, and then we have 10-lap race. When it's finished, then we have a little break. We normally let the bikes go out, and then you'll put the time on the board. So I think it's roughly every 3/4 of an hour we have a race, and there's 4 races per day.
And how many races in total? The actual races, not the practice, but the races.
4
races
per day. Yeah,
4
races per meeting. Yeah. Basically, at the end of the day, they tot up who can where, and they give different points for when you finish, and then they put that into the championship board, and you can look at again on the webpage to see where we all are. And obviously, at the end of the year, it's the one with the most points wins the championship, and it goes down from there.
But I've been surprised with your race start.
Oh right.
Why is it like this?
Yeah, right. I believe the reason they do this is to encourage people. If you have, years ago when I came, you used to have qualifying, and then where you qualified first, you're in first. But I think what they find here was, if you turn up and you're a bit of a novice, it can put you off. So what they do is they just have practice, and the first race of the year they just pull the names out the hat, and that's your position. And at the end of the day, you've got points. So then if you've got the most points, they put you at the back of the grid.
That's clever.
Yeah, and then I think the person with the least points goes at the front. So it gives everybody a chance.
It gives opportunity.
Yeah, so the people who are quick have got to work their way all the way through the pack.
Why so big gaps?
I don't know on that one. I don't know. I think they try their best to make it so that the quick ones, by the time the 10 laps are done, they're just catching the people who start at the front. That's what they try to do, but you can imagine trying to do that, it's very difficult.
Yeah.
But it's their format that they use, and it works. You can see that the quick boys, they haven't got it easy, they've got to work to get through the pack.
slidey around this circuit. Is that they naturally lose the back, or is that because of the circuit conditions, or why is it happening?
It's probably the way we drive them more than anything. Not.
But the sliding, it's not the quickest way, isn't it?
No, not well. But it's.
Depends on the
circuit.
circuit.
The circuit, really, yeah. You know, normally speaking, on an open track, you wouldn't be sliding around, but a minute. So because the bends are quite tight here, and you're coming in and braking late, and it's just a way of really keeping by sliding. Hopefully, you're keeping the revs up on the clutch engaged rather than coming into a corner and sort of. You can't go round without quick enough to keep the clutch engaged all the while, you know, on the tight bend.
And this circuit has, as I understand, it has lots of braking points, heavy braking points.
Yes, yeah. Well, I guess all going into these very tight bends, braking is quite critical as well.
When you approach these corners after the long straight, like, what is the best way to brake? Do you have to press the brakes fully, or adapt it slightly?
No, only slightly. I don't go into the corner and then really brake hard now, because you're going to sort of lose the momentum. Yeah, just slightly braking, just to help kick the back end out a bit, really.
I think with acceleration is exactly the same procedure. A nice and smooth onto the power. Yeah.
Yes, yeah. Because they're not terribly, as regards. You know, after all said and done, they're only industrial engines. You know, they're not racing engines, so they're not. It's not like having loads of power at the back wheels. You know, you've got to make the best of what the power you can get out of those engines.
Seriously, very, very fair rules for the club championship, you know.
Yeah, they try their best. They try their best. See you go.
And it keeps people have more fun rather than you know that.
It is. I think it is more based on fun.
Yeah.
You know, I've been to big events, and you've got all the pressures, the big vehicles, all the money, thousands of pounds spent. Whereas here, it's not really about that. I mean, there are quick karts here, but you know, we all sort of get on with each other, and we all have a laugh together. And you know, out on the track, we have fun.
Yeah. And you know what? Because I can see here you use second-hand, everything second-hand. It has second-hand chassis.
Again, that's trying to be more affordable, so it encourages people to come rather than coming and going, oh no, I can't afford that. £150 a set of tyres every race is to some people it's a lot of money.
Too much, yeah.
Yeah. We get them off the internet used, 25, 30 quid a set.
Set?
Yeah, for all four.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is really budget. That is budget.
Yeah. So.
Hello, my name's Lee Griffiths. I'm here today at Kinsham Raceway with the kids. Yeah, I've got a 14-year-old stepson who's riding a pit bike, and my 5-year-old. It's his first time today on track, so he's on a little 70cc semi-auto pit bike. So yeah, we're down here today just to give my son a first try on tarmac.
So you like a coach today?
Well, yeah. I'm too old for the racing now, but hopefully my son will enjoy it. And yeah, we're down here today, and I'm trying to teach him. Yeah.
But you've done it in the past.
I used to race. Yeah, I used to race club racing. Finished club racing, and I was an instructor for a company called Focused Events. So I did a couple of years instructing, and now I'm just doing a bit with the kids now. I went out this morning, did a few laps just to try and learn the line, because you watch the go-karts and that doesn't really teach you anything. You have to go and ride it to see where the line is. Yeah, but it's totally different lines. Yeah.
When you're leaning, your leg is on the floor.
Yeah.
How? You're definitely not keeping bike on your leg. You
balance it. Yeah, we balance it. Yeah.
How is that happening? That balancing?
It's well, you learn it as you go along. You try and get your body off the inside of the bike, which effectively allows you to keep the bike more upright and give you more grip. So you use your body to try and help turn the bike and to give you the best grip of the tyres. Everyone rides slightly different, but yeah, we tend to hang off the inside of the bike and stick the knee out. You brake in going into the corners and smooth on the throttle coming out, otherwise the back will just break away. So yeah, it's very fine balancing act.
In my personal opinion, every corner on motorbike is dangerous.
Yeah, there's a risk of danger in everything.
Yeah.
But, yeah, the speeds here are quite low. My son today is probably doing 40 miles an hour.
Really?
So, yeah, there's always an element of danger, but I've got a Kawasaki ZX-10 at home, which I was at Alton Park a few weeks ago doing 150. So it's a good way to get children into the sport and adults. But yeah, within relative safety. Pit bike racing, which is what we're doing, it's probably the cheapest way to get into tarmac racing.
Really?
I think my son's bike, I bought it as a motocross bike and converted it to tarmac with different wheels and tyres. It probably costs in the region of £750. That's
750?
That's for a brand new bike for a kid to start racing on.
It's cheaper than the go-kart.
It's a lot cheaper than the go-kart.
Go-kart. Maybe I have to change my opinion.
And it's good. We go racing at a series called the British Mini Bikes, and it's just great fun.